Angel Reese being missing in action on this WNBA.
Did you hear the news? Angel Reese just ran headfirst into reality, and it hit hard enough that she might need a timeout to regroup. ESPN released its latest WNBA fantasy player rankings, and let's just say Angel isn't thrilled. In fact, she's not just upset. She's absolutely furious about where she landed.
Really thought this was going to be her stance? Being big mad that she did not make the top 10 last night. We chuckled and I said, well, wait a minute now. I was told Angel Reese was like one of the absolute best players in.
Now, after all the self-promotion, the magazine covers, and nonstop Instagram thirst traps, you'd think Angel Reese would have locked down a top ranking, right? Think again. She came in at number 12. That's right. ESPN handed Angel Reese a spot so humbling, it might as well have come with a box of tissues.
What's not debatable is the fact that Caitlin Clark has handled her branding extremely well. Whereas with Angel Reese, sometimes you find yourself scratching out your head and wondering.
But wait, it gets even better. Fans aren't just mad about where she landed. They're furious that she ranked that high at all. That's right. People are genuinely confused about how Angel Reese ended up ahead of WNBA legends like Brittany Gurrier, Diana Taurasi, Nafi Collier, and Chelsea Gray. And honestly, that's what really makes this whole thing ridiculous.
And just drop who they think are going to be ranked where for this season coming up. And man, when I say this list is ridiculous, man.
That's right. Seeing her sit at 12th place really shocked a lot of fans, and it all comes down to the stats. Let's talk numbers. Last season, Reese averaged 13.6 points, 13.1 rebounds, 1.9 assists, 1.3 steals, and 0.5 blocks per game. On the surface, that looks solid, but not once you realize those numbers came largely from straight-up stat padding.
Found out what her ranking is on this list, and the plot twist is people are pissed because she's too high. She's ranked too high. People are like, you got to be shitting.
Let's be honest. Angel Reese plays basketball like she's stuffing a Thanksgiving turkey, grabbing every rebound in sight, even when it's off her own missed layups. And there are plenty of those. And let's not ignore the obvious. No shooting range, no reliable offensive bag, and a defensive presence that actually makes opposing players excited when they see her guarding them. Naturally, the internet had a field day. One commenter wrote, "Bro, I'm better than Angel Reese." Another laughed, "Reese at 12 is way too high." Someone else added, "Ranking Angel Reese 12th is disrespectful to literally every woman in the WNBA. She's top 300 at best, but definitely not 12th." And one critic didn't hold back at all, saying Angel Reese is closer to 1,200 than 12.
Interesting, landed at the number 12 spot. Look, I'm not dumb. I know she's not the 12th best player in the league. She might be like, what, 42? Something like that? I don't know. This came after a season that saw her average 13.6 points, 13.1 rebounds, 1.9 assists, 1.3 steals, and 0.5.
And let's be real, ESPN didn't rank her 12th because she's actually the 12th best player in the league. Not even close. This is ESPN doing what ESPN does best, manufacturing hype to keep Angel Reese's name in the conversation. Fantasy rankings are driven by raw stats, and Angel Reese is the undisputed queen of stat padding. But when it comes to real basketball impact, the verdict is already in, and fans have made it clear she's nowhere near deserving of that spot.
I'm better than Angel Reese. One commenter wrote. Another one said, Reese is too high. Laugh out loud. Another one said, quote, Angel Reese being 12th is disrespectful to literally every other woman in the WNBA. She's easily top 300, but not 12. That's good.
Some fans even pointed out that there's no universe where Angel Reese is better than Sada Sabali, the rising star forward for the Dallas Wings. But Angel's delusion doesn't end there. Instead of treating this as a wake-up call to actually improve her game, she's throwing a tantrum, acting like ESPN personally disrespected her. In reality, they did her a favor. Let's be honest. Ranking Reese at 12 is just as forced as the league pushing her into the Rookie of the Year conversation. The WNBA tried hard to make her the face of the league. But here's the problem. You can't make a star shine if the light simply isn't there.
If Angel Reese is number 12, how bad are people behind her? A social media user added. A follower added, Angel Reese is closer to 1,200 than 12th. Quote, there's not a single world where Angel Reese is better than Satu. A sixth critic wrote, referring to Satu Sabali, who was 14th. Oh, there's not a chance in hell.
Meanwhile, the real stars of the league, the ones actually putting in the work, are watching this whole circus thinking, seriously, this is who they're promoting? If Angel Reese wants to be number one at anything, maybe the WNBA should introduce a G League first. Let's not forget she's had elite training at Maryland, LSU, and with the Chicago Sky, yet she still needed her unrivaled coach to step away from Rose practice just to teach her how to finish a basic layup. A basic layup.
12th, and immediately, like I said, I would think that would be too high. Well, that's what a lot of other people thought too. There's your plot twist. A lot of people were like, wait, what? All right, she's ranked higher than Alicia Gray, Brittany Griner, Diana.
Now, instead of being grateful that ESPN even ranked her this high, Angel has decided to play the victim yet again. She's taking this loss harder than one of her missed layups, probably pacing back and forth in front of a mirror, hyping herself up with, I'm the face of the league. I'm the best. They just don't respect me. But let's be honest. Angel's on-court performance doesn't match her fantasy rating, and those stat-padded numbers only make the gap look worse.
Caitlin Clark going on wild out. But again, she's not doing all this extra garbage. She lives her life. She went on vacation. She's playing golf. And she's back in the gym. We have not seen one video of Angel Reese back in any gym. None of it. Every player posts when they're in the gym. Angel's not in the gym. That's why you don't see posts of Angel.
Sorry, Angel, but the fans, the analysts, and even your own team's rotation decisions tell a very different story. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark and other rising stars are locked in, grinding, and getting ready to take over. While Reese stays busy tweeting about her haters, Clark is in the gym refining her three-point shot, building strength, and preparing to raise the level of competition across the WNBA. That relentless work ethic is already paying off, earning Clark the number 2 spot in the fantasy rankings, with the only complaint from her fans being that she isn't sitting at the very top of the league.
I seem to remember somebody that actually got a bunch of her own damn rebounds. And I think that padded her rebounding numbers as she was missing shots. We all know the score. She grabbed her own offense.
An Angel. She's still trying to turn basketball into a personal branding project, modeling gigs, red carpets, fashion week appearances. She seems to have time for everything except, actually improving her game. So, what's next for Angel Reese? Probably another Instagram post claiming she doesn't care about rankings while quietly stewing over them. Maybe she'll play the victim again, blaming the media for not giving her the respect she thinks she deserves.
Go off of how much winning Caitlin was doing, how she was contributing to winning, and then going off the viewership and all that. Oh, yeah, for sure.
But here's the truth. Respect isn't handed out, it's earned. And right now, Angel Reese is doing everything except earning it. Players like Caitlin Clark let their game speak for itself. Angel Reese can't say the same. She's built a reputation as someone who constantly seeks attention, whether it's on the court or across social media. And there's a clear difference between being a confident competitor and being a walking controversy. Reese has blurred that line, and it's starting to catch up with her.
Wants to cry and be victims about everything, right? Like they want to cry that the sportsbooks aren't refunding their bet because the player prop that they bet, the player got hurt. Like it's the same thing. It's this younger generation and they have no accountability.
The real stars of the WNBA aren't losing sleep over where ESPN ranks them. They're too busy improving, winning games, and proving their value every time they step on the floor. If Angel Reese truly wants to be taken seriously as a player, she might want to follow that same path that Caitlin Clark has. Until then, she'll have to settle for being number 1 in the most overhyped rankings out there. Congrats, Angel. At least you're first in something. That's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more basketball updates.